People are robbing their own banks just to get their dang savings account. If you just had a Ledger wallet, that probably wouldn't happen, but that's okay. We'll go into a little bit of, just a tad bit of Bitcoin on this video. You're like, oh, I hate that thing. But actually, worldwide, people are having a hard time getting their money out, like in China. And also, this is for those, the YouTube whatever that watch channels and go like, oh, you can't have that. We can't have that in China either. Actually, one of my YouTube friends said his video was taken down or, No, I think he got a strike because of something like that. I know, right? So I have to use fake pictures to make everyone happy. And actually, coming from Bloomberg, which has, they used a lot of those in the picture. I have to get rid of them if they're showing. So it's right. Safety first. But I'm sorry, YouTube. That's just the way the world is. Desperate Lebanese are robbing their own banks to get savings. Clients stormed as many as 7 banks demanding their money. Oh, hey, could it possibly be because money is starting to disappear? Hey, America, it's time to go brr. But that's only if they want dollars. See, we have to supply dollars for the entire world. And then we go in debt for that and have to pay it back in interest. How is that fair? I think we got the big end of the stick. Now, I know a lot of people, well, some on my channel, because we like crypto. It's fun. It's entertaining. Well, except the bad parts of it. Now, you guys know I'm I like my Bitcoin, but I'm not an idiot. I come bringing balance, and I haven't done this in a while, so I think I will. Which, do me a favor, I might lose some people on this one, but it's okay. Also, maybe do that too, because I may lose some people on this one, because people get like one-sided, right? If they just used Bitcoin because it's a store of value, and I say yes and no. And the reason why I say no, and I've been saying this forever, you can't go from 70,000. Oh, it was 69. I know. You can't go from 69 down to 20. I mean, personally, if you go from 69, you should probably just go right into the shower. But okay, so we're at 20 now. And then we're at 10 now. Is that a store of value? But bravo, it's a limited supply. I understand, but I have like kids, and those are limited supply. There's one only. But sometimes not everyone wants them, especially when they're around 2 years old, right? You're like, does someone want to take these off my hands just for a few years? And then when they're around 14, you're like, okay, I need another break. So see, I kind of look at kids and money the same way. Trade them. Just be like, I'll take you back. Hold them for a little bit, and then I'll come back when they're nice. And I feel the same way. And boy, because now think about it. So many people fall in love with their assets. Like, oh, I know. If I mention XRP, everyone's like, yeah, he said XRP Army, whatever it is. I think you may have went too far. Or if I say gold, yeah, he said gold. Or if I say silver, yeah, you said silver, stacks. Your relationship might be a little too deep, which is okay, because I like deep and I like relationships. But there is a problem. Currently, money right now in the system that the Lebanese, the system that Americans, all of us, China, we are in a debt-based system, which is really confusing. But until we move away from the debt-based system, I would be very careful falling in love with other assets. You have that hodl mentality. But if you do, it's okay. I respect you. I love you. You can do you. I mean, you take, for example, gold. Okay, here's gold. It's great. Own it. Own physical. I don't care. Stack all day long. When everything goes bad, when we do move away from the system of debt that we are currently in, where they make money right out of thin air, gold will, there's a high probability that gold and silver will win. But now the question is, well, when is that going to happen? I don't know. Maybe not in your lifetime, maybe not in mine. And if you're looking at this chart, you can see we're kind of high, aren't we? So there is a probability that it's going to go lower. I just don't want my assets to go lower. Why is that? Because I use my assets to buy things like food. Also, just to look at the pattern that's above me. Do you see this over here? See this? See this topping pattern that happened? Does it look similar to that topping pattern? Huh? Maybe. No, Bravo, you don't understand. That's a cup, right? That's a big cup, and that's a handle. Ooh, maybe not. How about this one for you? How about a 1, 2, 3, 4 a topping pattern? How about 1, 2, 3, 4 topping pattern? Could be right. I could be wrong. And how about silver? Actually, the chart looks better on silver if you like to buy things cheaper than more expensive than gold. But like with any asset, see that blue, I swing trade everything. That's it. Also, link in the description if you want to learn how to protect and keep the digits going in this direction rather than that direction. But I have indicators in my swing trading course where if you want to know where the low is, you turn on one button. You're like, that's a low. But it's also it'll tell you it's a low. That's a low. These are all time. I mean, this one was a lower than that. It's giving you a momentum of like all-time low, but it could go lower. See, on this movement, this would be your woo. We hit all-time low, right? Right? And then when it goes gray right here, you're like, okay, maybe I should take some profit or close my position, especially if you're under the 200-day moving average, and take advantage of my course before the price goes up on swing trading. Start there. I mean, how many people's lives did I save because you learned about the 200-day moving average? You learned about the Bravo 9. You learned about moving money around. I'd say probably 167,000 people. I probably say, but probably less now because I'm speaking about your God. Well, I mean, definitely gold, God money. I understand. Silver, God money. And in the end, when everything goes back, you're like, well, what's real? How about something that, ooh, hey, look, it's real. But again, right now, what the world uses is debt. And if you are in jail, they actually use cigarettes as money. That is their asset. They don't care about the greenbacks. And I didn't create the system. What has not, if it had to do, if I could have created it wouldn't have gone this way. I mean, if you think about it, biblically, what's probably the worst thing to do? Be in debt, right? And then the genius idea, let's use something evil, which is debt that has to be paid back with interest. Let's use that as money. And then if you are lost, I try to always explain this, you get a loan for $1 million, poof, $1 million just got created. The bank doesn't even have it. None. They have none. They're just like, here's a check, 1 million, yay! Asset to them, liability to you. And then if you decide to deposit that in another bank, the bank's like, oh, look, $1 million in this account. Look at all these millions that just got created. No, it didn't. It's just debt. It's debt digits. And then the bond market, that's a whole nother, big shenanigan that you have to pay back with interest every time the Treasury writes down 1,000, bond. Anyone want to buy this? Sure, we'll buy them with Bob or Ray Dalio's debt digits that are in his account. Crazy, right? That is how the system works. Ray Dalio does the math, which I cannot do. Rates at 4.5%. Keep on it going, Jerome. Let's break this thing. Oh, and he will. He's just waiting. He'll keep raising till those two little lines cross, and it's going to be something. 2008, it'll look like Disneyland, unwoke. Would sink stocks by 20%. So if you want, now if you have your digits, you have your money over there in that thing called the stock market, are you okay with a 20% haircut? For me, I don't do haircuts. The only haircut I get is Manscaped. And that's about as far as I take this. This thing just keeps growing. If I actually 360, then I'd be facing you. If I did a 180, my hair is actually down to the floor. You just can't see it. But he says private sector credit growth and spending to come down. Oh, really? Yeah, because people don't feel when their portfolios are booming, you're like, oh, let's go on vacation. We're rich. That's not happening now. Notes investors may be complacent about long-term inflation. Yeah, that CPI didn't go the way they thought it would. Although it's so bad, it has to be the bottom. Well, did you turn on in the course, the little, is it the bottom indicator? The answer is no. And coming from a Business Insider, they'll tell you it's not either. Recession indicators are flashing, and we're in a recession? No, we're not in a recession. And Wall Street's fear gauge, okay, suggests stocks haven't hit bottom. Here's what you need to know. I'll tell you. We haven't hit bottom. And here, I'll draw it for you. Remember, the stock market was like, yay, do. And then 2019, I'm like, oh, there's something that's coming out of China, and it's going to get us, move your money into the, whatever. And then the stock market went like that, kind of like that. That could have been the bottom. And then it went, oh, no, up. And then we had a, look at this. I'm having a blast here. And then we had a 200-day moving average that probably looked like that. And I said, you can enter right there. And then you could exit. And I told everyone, buy. And that was on Bitcoin. Remember? Oh, Bitcoin went to 3,800. Well, that's not a store of value, is it? No, it's not. So we had that big beat down. This, your double bottom down here, look at that. Oh, I drew a double bottom. This, we actually could go lower, because what has really changed since this? Well, trillions and trillions of dollars being printed, or bonds being printed, and then pushed to you. And that is what caused that to go in that direction. And they called it things like, oh, I Care for You Act, and all of these somehow to get you guys a hell of a lot of money, and you spent it. Now it's over. And now, right, the party's over. And if you've been to any party, right, it's great. And then the first person throws up on the carpet, and then it starts to not look so great nor smell great. And you might have recency bias of what has happened, right? Oh, stock market only goes up. Buy and hold. HODL. Diamond hands. All of those things that always happen in these radical blow off top bull markets. And they're still thinking, well, let's be Kathy Woods and catch some falling knives. When I'm jumping up and down saying, don't catch falling knives, let them catch it, and don't invest in their ETFs. The rest of the world, like China, look, they're still like 0% can't. Their markets rolled over, and I like, watch China. It's going to come over here. This is kind of how it is. They make the stuff. We make dollars, and then we swap. And that's kind of how the system is. Their housing market. This was a pretty good predictor for ours. China's housing market is still on life support. Not good. Oh, and you want some more not goods? Economy not good. Jobs not good. Everything's not good. And until it breaks, the Fed's not going to pivot. Something, you need a Lehman Brothers moment. After that, give it a couple weeks, but it's going to be something really bad, and it's going to come out of nowhere. Usually it does. Things rhyme. It's not the exact same song, but I'm like, I know this. I felt this, and everyone in their gut knows. They feel it. They know something's going to happen. All my friends, my CEO friends, my multi-million-dollar friends, they're all preparing. And some of you guys are mini preparing. Some of you guys are maxing, preparing, moving to islands. Everyone does their own thing. I say be at least 1 hour outside of any major city. So don't definitely do as I say, not as I do. I'm still in one, but I'm building over an hour outside of one. Just hurry up with this building process. Fortunately, I get to buy things cheaper now. But Bed Bath & Beyond releases preliminary lists of store closing. Bye-bye. Not just that, FedEx, bye-bye. And if you work for Twilio, almost 1,000 people, bye-bye. With all of these bye-byes, it's going to affect the stock. And I don't want you to lose money, right? I need you to position yourself, which you have. So congratulations. Why the sell-off has been so orderly. Hedge fund shorts are near record highs. So everyone and their mother, the big money, and the big money got it right in 2008. They got it wrong, okay, in 2019, 2020. They were wrong. All you had to do was look at the 200-day moving average, and you would have been right, and they would be wrong. So we will see if this time, and I've showed you the charts, I have never seen so many shorts going back to the birth of Christ. And this is they call it the smart money. This is your big money. These are your multi-billion-dollar players are all shorting this. So with that, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see one of the largest bear market rallies that's going to pull everyone back in. Well, that is until someone lights the match, throws it on the ground, and you will be burned. And Johnny Bravo, come here. I don't want you to get burned. Cue the fire. I want you to be sitting there popping the confetti and going, wow, my little 3%, 4% moves in the dollar, pretty good. Let's party again. Don't even worry about that fire. That fire's not going to affect me. I got this. And that is why you took advantage of everything before I raised the prices on everything. Because people say, oh, it does. It's cheap, so it must not have value. Well, I'm going to show you it does have value. That's why I always add to it. So make sure you guys take advantage of it. Enjoy your weekend. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.